what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for those who have subscribed, and thank you for going to subscribe right now. Little bitty box right there, red says subscribe. Boom, hit it, you're done. You ain't got to worry about it. Today's video is kind of going to be a little vloggy style, but also we have some really cool little hacks, DIY hacks that I want to show you. And what it is, all it is going to involve is this little bitty conduit. It's a 45. And what we're going to do is, you can see I already have it marked right here. I will give you these measurements. And we're going to take this little bitty oscillating saw and we're going to punch a hole on both sides. Take it to this strap right here. And we'll be able to make our own tree stand cover. So you might not be hunting the most ideal tree, but it's in the most ideal spot and you don't have a lot of cover. Well, this is one way that you can cheaply make your own cover. Alright, so I don't know how well it's going to work for public land, but I know for private land it's done me really, really well. But you can go down to Hobby Lobby, get you some foliage, pack it in and out. You can also play with different straps to get your weight down so you're not packing in a bunch of extra weight. But this does work extremely well, and it is highly effective whenever it comes to that late season part of hunting. You can add some extra limbs up there, and the deer just don't see you as easy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a close-up on everything you're going to need to complete this, and we're going to knock it out. It probably won't take us more than 4 or 5 minutes. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is you want to mark all these the same. Just get you a tape right here, and the way that we're going to mark them is going to be 1.25 inches. Going to put your dot in the middle, 2.5. Just draw you a line down the middle of this, flip it over, maybe tape over here. It's going to be the same thing, 1.25 inches, 2.5. Do it to all of them. I have a total of 7 of these. That's enough for 2. And I'll show you how I'm going to use that. I'll have 4 on one, 3 on the other. Alright, now all this is done, and what I just, about halfway through, I realized I'm probably going to have to make this a little bit wider. So that the strap will fit in there with not being so tight. So I am going to have to make that out just a little bit wider. Alright, so now once you've got these widened out, run your finger down in there before you put them on. All it does is just help clean the burrs out inside there. So when you weave this through, you just want to make sure that you get them all facing the same direction. That way, for obvious reasons, your foliage is pointed in the same direction. I'm going to put 4 on this one and 3 on the next one. Alright, we got these built. I got a tree stand on the tree over here, so we're going to go strap these to the tree, get the foliage in them, so you can see how effective this really is. If you wanted to, granted you don't have to use orange strap, that's just what I had laying around. You can paint these black or green or brown or something right there, and that's probably what I'll do whenever I get different straps. I'll get a dark green or even a camo strap probably, and I'll paint these a flat black, and that's how I'll finish them up. But for today's all intents and purpose, this is what we got laying around, so this is what we're going to use. Alright, so here's the tree stand we're going to use. I am not going to get in it because I need to replace bolts, washers, and everything else, but we can pretend that this is the tree stand that I wanted to blend in or cover up. And because there's no foliage around it, but there's a great deer trail 24 yards out in front of me that I know these big bucks are crossing, or these does, or these spike bucks, whatever you want to shoot, because we want you to shoot what makes you happy. But regardless, we have to blend this in. We can't sit here stuck out like a sore thumb. So what I want to do is I want to take the 4. And with this thing being so long, it's going to be extremely awkward. Alright, so make sure that your 4 are facing away from the tree. And I want to put them right under my seat. Okay, so I'm just going to run this around. Like I said, with a shorter rope, it's a lot easier to do, especially whenever you're going to be in the air. Alright, so one thing that'll make this a lot easier is you have little loops from your tree stand strap. Put that first one in there so you can hold this kind of tight, and it'll help you kind of get this stuff how you want it. Right there. You're going to want one pretty close to your stand. Put one a little bit farther away, 2 on each side. Now the one with 3. We're going to want to put up right at head height, or maybe even shoulder height, and that's just going to continue to fill you in on the tree. So alright, so both of these are put on. The one that has 4 is on the bottom. The one that has 3 is on the top, and you can even probably get away with 2 on the top, but I'm going to use 3. Again, if I was in the stand, I'd be able to fine tune it to the exact height that I needed. And so what you're going to be able to do now is go cut you some brush. These are 1.5 inches. So you can cut brush up to 1.5 inches to run it down in here. And by the time we're done, this is going to be a whole lot more blended in. You'll have some background cover behind you, and it did not cost you very much. I think these are $1.70 a piece at Lowe's, so didn't cost a whole lot. I had the straps laying around. Granted, I will go buy some camo straps or some dark green straps and cut them, because that made this a whole lot harder than what it needed to be. So anyway, we'll get the foliage stuck in just so you can see how well that this does work. This is it. You can see we have brushed this in with some cedar. You may have to manipulate this a little bit and maybe put a couple limbs behind the tree to make your nest like you need it. But now you can see, if you were in here, you would be able to hunt that tree that you didn't think you'd be able to, and probably fill an extra tag or 2. I had some extras hanging out right here from the branches I cut, so I just hung them right there on the branch or on the stand. You can also put them in the back part, like you could, run it down here so it is 100% out of your way of your feet, but it's just some extra cover to help blend you in, to punch that extra tag or 2. So like I said, you paint these black, get you a green or camo strap. They blend into the tree, and the surroundings a lot better. This will work with an oak branch. Pine, if you're in the southeast, works really, really good. I love using cedar. It smells good. It's a cover scent, and it's just super thick and green. So again, this works. Just adds cover to your stand so you don't get picked off when you try to draw on that big old nanny doe. So anyway, I hope you find this helpful. Again, did not take a lot of time. Cut your strap down to about 6 or 7 feet. It'll be a whole lot easier to install. And right now, we're gonna go grab that VXR. I haven't chronographed it yet, so let's go do that real quick. Is we're gonna take this VXR, we're gonna run it through the chronograph, but first we're gonna have to weigh the arrow, see how many pounds it's pulling, and then we're gonna go do that. That way we have a good baseline and knowledge as to what everything is. So right here, gonna be the arrow. It's a Black Eagle Renegade and a 300 spine. It's outfitted with the lighted knock, the standard 58 grain insert, I believe, or 56, something like that, 100 grain point. These are the AAE Max Stealths. So we're gonna see on the scale what we got going. Total arrow weight of 496 grains, almost 500. Now this scale going. Just for anybody that was wondering, the bow completely loaded, 8 pounds, 8 1/4 pounds. So now, right there's going into the valley. 64.82 pounds is what we're running. We're ready. $270.2. Shot number 2. $272.2. Alright, so there is the Matthews VXR 31.5, 64, a little over 64.5 pounds, right at 31.5 inch draw length, almost a 500 grain arrow, 272 feet per second is what we're running out of it. I'm very happy with this bow, and I cannot wait to get it out to the field. So just remember, it's a good day for a good day.